sharp sword will be your death.
Seas for the water sailors sail on.
I'm quick! Yield! Or there'll be more! Step it up, rebel! There's blood! Come on! Oh, your style! Yeah! Put it down! Out of my way! You're slow! You won't escape! Yield! I have slower now! Put it down! I'm... Your style, no match! A fine yield! I'm... Slower now! Who's put it down? Your style needs... You're quite resourceful. Your style needs work, Red. You're a fool, Redguard.
A health potion. Some gold. This should help. 5 gold pieces.
Thank you, my boy. My name is Avik. How can I help you?
I'm looking for my sister Azara. Do you know her?
The name sounds familiar, son, but I'm afraid I can't help you. Not many young people have an ear for the snake songs anymore.
Are you familiar with a group called the Restless League?
Can't say that I am, but I mostly keep to myself. With the Yokudan's banned from Strosmekai, I don't have many friends here in town. Probably have to pack up and leave myself soon.
How has Strosmekai fared under Imperial rule?
Things have gone to pot and I don't care who knows it. Murder in the streets. Where will it end? Tell me that. Where will it end?
You play very well.
Thank you, my son. No one visits me since those Imperial devils murdered that Yokudan lad. That's right, Imperial devils, and I don't care who knows it.
Imperial troops have murdered people in Strosmekai?
Ah, when they came ashore, it was fire and sword in the old quarter. At least, then they could pretend they were fighting the Crown diehards. But killing that innocent Yokudan boy, if I was 20 years younger, I'd make someone pay.
Is the old quarter completely destroyed?
Might as well be. It was sealed off while the Imperials searched every house for Crown loyalists. Nothing but a ghost town now.
Tell me about this murdered boy.
His name was Hale, poor lad. His family is still camped outside the city, waiting to finish his burial ritual. Yokudans were never well liked around here, but Governor Rickton went too far.
What did the governor do to the Yokudans?
Murdered young Hale, then branded the rest of them traitors and ordered them to leave Strasmakai. Yokudans mixed up with Redguard politics, a preposterous notion.
Why do you say that?
You haven't spent much time in Hammerfell, have you, son?
No, I was born in Sentinel, but left Hammerfell when I was very young. I haven't been back in years.
I thought so. You picked up a bit of an accent. West High Rock, am I right? Well, as I was saying, the feeling against the Yokudans runs deeper than politics, even in a civil war. Neither side ever stooped to allow Yokudans to join their ranks. Even the Restless League was too good for them. But all that's over now. Redguard pride has made us all slaves of the Emperor.
I thought you'd never heard of the Restless League.
No one pays any attention to an old snake charmer ranting against the Empire. But the League, now there is a dangerous subject of conversation for anyone, including young Redguard swordsmen with a mercenary air.
You miss Hale, don't you?
Used to love to listen to me play. One of the few people around here who did. Appropriate, I suppose, for one born under the sign of the serpent.
Where is the Yokudan camp?
I'm not sure. Outside of the city somewhere, watching over Hale's grave. His poor mother is beside herself with grief.
Tell me what you know of this Restless League.
If I were as wise as my ears, I would hold my tongue and bid you good day. But you're no Imperial spy, and nothing like the League bully boys that came around after Hale's murder.
I ran into a couple of them myself on my way into town. Pleasant enough fellows, although they talk too much. What do they want with you?
They were asking questions about some woman. It was none of my concern, and I didn't want to give his poor mother any more trouble, so I told them nothing. Hey, now I remember why your sister's name sounded so familiar. She was the one they were looking for.
You imply there was something you could have told these Leaguesmen. Mind telling me?
Well, Izara met Hale here, and they left together the day he died. At the time, I thought it was just a romantic rendezvous, nothing to do with his murder. But then the League came sniffing around. I can't imagine what it's all about, but I saw no use in adding the League to the Yokudan's troubles.
His mother is understandably upset at her son's death.
Yes, but it's not just that. Saban has not yet completed the burial ritual, although the lad has been in the ground for weeks.
The sign of the serpent, part of Yokudan religion?
The star sign of his birth. Yokudans believe the stars guide your destiny, from birth to death and beyond.
I'm not familiar with Yokudan religion. Do they have lengthy burial rituals?
It's more serious than that, I'm afraid. His mother, Saban, needs to counteract the soul snare that Nagasa has laid over the island.
Yes, unfortunately, the Yokudans have always been treated as outsiders, all over Hammerfell.
A senseless prejudice, since their religion harks back to the earliest Redguard traditions. But our new governor has done much worse than simply overcharge them for flour.
Soul snare. What do you mean?
Now that the prince is dead, That foul worm has woven a magical snare across Strosmakai to feed his hunger for souls. Unless you are buried in consecrated ground, your soul will go straight to Nagasta if you die. This is why Saban still fears for her murdered son.
Tell me more of Nagasta.
While Prince Ator was alive, a name to frighten children. Little more. But our new Imperial Master has allowed the Necromancer's dread power to spread unchecked until his soul snare threatens us all.
Why did Prince Ator allow Nagasta to stay in Strosmakai?
I don't know. Ator's father, Fasad, first allowed Nagasta to occupy the old wizard's tower, but back then he seemed harmless enough. The Mages Guild complained of unsanctioned research, but they had little influence with old Fasad. The Civil War kept Ator occupied until his untimely death.
You seem to know a lot about the Mages Guild.
Yes. In fact, I am a member, although you wouldn't think it to look at me, would you? I'm retired now, but my friend Johto kept me up to date on guild politics. Until he was arrested by those Imperial devils, that is.
Why was your friend Johto arrested?
Do they need a reason? One day soldiers came for him, and he's been rotting in jail ever since.
Does the Mages Guild have much influence in Strosmakai?
No more. Archmage Voa was a crown, Ator's right hand, but both perished in the Battle of Strosmakai. Jagendir is an unworthy successor to the Archmage's chair, if you ask me.
Archmage Voa was loyal to the prince then.
The prince's chief advisor. But his replacement, Jagendir, is a disgrace to Ator's memory.
Jagenvir is the new Archmage?
Yes, a spineless toad of a man, a perfect lackey to the governor's every whim. Still, a mage of formidable power, whatever his personal failings.
What can you tell me about soul gems? Did you know that Prince Ator's soul was placed into a soul gem just prior to his death?
I'm afraid I can't help you. I have no skill to counteract that sorcery. You must seek out another member of the guild to help you.
The jail, where's that?
Up near the palace. They won't let anyone in to see the prisoners. I've already tried. I guess I should be grateful they didn't just kill him, eh? Murdering devils.
Thanks, Avik.